When born-again Christians flatten out the meaning of the word anothen to only one meaning, they repeat the same mistake that Nicodemus made. To interpret anothen as describing spiritual rebirth through personal conversion can disregard the decisive Christological dimension of the word anothen. That is, birth from above through the lifting up of Jesus on the cross. If interpreters approach the Jesus of this text as Nicodemus approached him, confidently asserting what we know, they may find, as Nicodemus did, that their certitudes and assumptions stand in the way of the full experience of Jesus that this text offers. Let me read that last sentence to you again. If interpreters approach the Jesus of this text as Nicodemus did, confidently asserting what we know, they may find, just like Nicodemus, that their certitudes and assumptions stand in the way of the full experience of Jesus that this text offers. I will tell you, the first time I read that in that commentary, I was so moved that I wrote beside that, "My road to Catholicism." If any of you had asked my wife 15 years ago what the likelihood of me becoming Catholic was, there would be a snowball in the answer. I couldn't possibly become a Catholic because I knew too much. I had had my eyes opened. And I approached faith just like Nicodemus. I know the answers. And what I discovered through the RCIA process was that there was very, very, very little of my beliefs that I had to leave behind. Very few. Instead, I had to expand them and build on them and open myself up to a whole different realm of spirituality. In ways, the Bible-thumping born-agains have a two-dimensional faith because they lack the real presence. They get together to worship and to fellowship. I love that term as a verb. We're fellowshipping. Don't know what that means. Well, that's not. Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. Whether you prefer born again or born from above, whether you see in this passage baptism or an allusion to conversion, the bottom line is this. God is the initiator. God is the main player in the process. Leon Morris puts it this way. Entry into the kingdom is not by way of human striving, but by that rebirth which only God can effect. When it comes to entrance into the kingdom of God, the best human efforts are of no use. For that we need divine energy. Most of us start out believing that the way to please God, or to get into heaven, or to be saved, is to follow some set of rules, to be a good person. That is not the way of God. Salvation does not begin with our efforts. It's God who takes the initiative, reaching out to each of us in our sinful state. It is only after we have been born again from above that God bestows upon us his Spirit, who then empowers us to be able to live a life worthy of the promises of Christ. Gail O'Day says that we must be willing to be changed by this text. Belief in Jesus changes one life so that one can indeed speak of being born again, not because of an intrinsic change in our human nature, but because of the new beginning that comes with a recognition of the full character of God that is revealed in Jesus. The God revealed in Jesus is a God whose love knows no bounds and who asks only that we receive the gift.